Yo, on everyone, welcome back to Marco Master, and today we are talking about why have I been gone for 2 months straight. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been gone 2 months, pretty much, and no videos until like very recently. So why has that happened? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Roll the intro. Alright, guys. So starting off with this. Back in like November-ish. No, wait, no, towards October, I had been wanting to get my own racing set for games because I really like racing games. Now, of course, I eventually figured out, even though I had the money to buy like a very cheap one, even if I got one though, I wouldn't really be able to play any games, even if I had it. I don't have like a PC. I didn't have a PC that could run any sort of game at that time. So that's when I decided it's time for an upgrade. No more dealing with a trashy laptop. It's time to get myself a gaming PC, or at least a very low level PC that will work. So then around like January ish, towards like mid January, I decided, I, well, my parents finally allowed me to get a PC. It's a Dell Optiplex 790, something built back in like 2011, but still, it's still fine. i5 2400, 8 gigabytes of DDR3, 1300, 1333 megahertz. Of course, not the most optimal, and I still will be doing more upgrades through the next coming years, but for now, it's fine. The biggest task after that, though, was getting myself a GPU that will be able to actually allow me to play games. That is what took me so long. I actually had to sell my laptop just so I could have the money to actually get myself a GPU. And of course, with the chip shortage going on, this isn't something easy for me to do. So I had been scouring Newegg, Amazon, all different sorts of places, eBay, though I don't really trust eBay too much, but yeah, I mean, you don't really want to trust too much on there because you never know when you're gonna get scammed. And my parents still believe that a certain 1050 Ti on Amazon is definitely not a scam, even though it's actually a GTX 450. But nobody's questioning that. But no, around March though, yeah, around March, my parents actually brought me a Best Buy though, and we ended up getting ourselves a 700-watt power supply because with the 235-watt power supply I had in this thing, it definitely was not gonna be able to run like any other GPU. Because mind you, my parents already had like a spare GTX A600 GT, so that's very old though. It would have been maybe a tiny incy bit better than my laptop, so not really good. But that still didn't even run before we got that. But by the time that we actually did get it in, we realized, yeah, this it's too out of date. We can't actually get this to run. It actually did not run. We aren't sure too much, but I think it's something to do with drivers or something. Doesn't matter because I got something better now. Now, as you will have seen, yeah, I've been getting a lot better FPS in my latest videos in Minecraft, along with the fact that I am not having my game freak out like it did in Season 2. I mean, we're still crashing sometimes, but we're not counting, except we are. Yeah, that's right, we are. We're on Crash Counter 1. Don't worry, I am actually going to count how many times we crash throughout the entire season. I really hope it's not going to exceed that many. But you never know what's going to happen. Try and go another crash. Try and go to a different dimension. Another different dimension. Crash. I'm hoping that's not going to happen, but you can't tell what's going to happen. So we did figure out what's happening on with there being no mob drops. You guys really should check out that season. It's definitely a lot better than what our 2 seasons are. And Noah has actually joined me in that season, so you guys might want to go check it out. So, back to on topic. So, after scrounging for around month or so, I was on Facebook Marketplace and I had found myself on a Radeon R9 280X for about $100. So, I went and got it. It took me a little bit to get it, but we ended up getting it. And that night I was really happy. We had gone to Denny's for like the first time in like the year or two. Actually, like year and a half. And because, COVID had started lifting a little bit, but, I still don't trust to go out that much. I'm still virtual completely, and yeah, I barely get any time outside because, yeah, gamer life. Anyways, yeah, so by the time we get home and we actually try to put the thing in, though, oh, it's too big. Yeah. If the thing is, the way that there's a hard drive like case fully like metal and things. If that wasn't there and I could just have my hard drive like mounted to the side of the wall there, I would have been able to fit that R9 280X in. But no, for that dang stupid wall like cage thing there, yeah, it just really annoyed me. So it actually took me until like earlier this week to finally sell that thing. It took so long to sell that. But it didn't matter because with the money I had actually taken from selling my laptop, I got myself a GTX 1050 2 GB. Now, of course, I would prefer the 4 GB model because that would allow me to have more textures rendered and everything, and I would be able to enjoy even more games. But I get what I get, and you know what? This is gonna bring me a long way. And I might be able to, maybe upgrade to maybe an RTX 3050 if it ever comes out. Like, in 10 years. Nah, I probably won't have a GPU upgrade for at least another 2 years, so it's gonna be some time, but I do have some planned upgrades for this PC. I do plan to, by the end of the year, get myself 16 gigabytes of DDR3 1333 megahertz RAM. So I'm gonna be hoping to get that. It seems like it's about $65 on market right now, but of course prices will possibly go up or they might go down. If they go down, that's beautiful, but I doubt it will since it's DDR3 and it's very old now. And no, my PC can't support DDR4, not only because the motherboard doesn't support it, but also because the CPU does not support it. Or at least I don't think the motherboard supports it. Also, my motherboard doesn't support XMP, which really sucks. Or at least if it does, I can't find it in the BIOS because I'm blind. Or something. I don't know. And of course, I'm not overclocking with something that can't be overclocked. So, neither on the GPU nor the CPU. But everything's been working fine throughout the last, like, couple months. So, everything's been doing good. And yeah, channel's been started up again. And, it's about time that we get rock and rolling with some new games that we can finally show off on the channel. Some new stuff will actually be coming to the channel very soon. So get ready, guys, because this is going to be some fun times. And hope you guys enjoy this episode. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.